And then another thing I want to mention about this stuff is it only comes in 10-foot sections, and so did the ridge. And so we have 12 foot. We have 12 foot we have to go across that thing. So they don't sell it by the foot, they only sell it by the piece. So we're talking about $29 just to get another 1.5 to 2 foot out of this thing so it's long enough to reach up on there. So I figured I'll just do this and overlap them a little bit, have a little bit left over if I need to for something else. But that's the plan. I'm going to try to make that work. Okay.
What's up, DIY fam? You're watching Rent This Flip That, and we are back out on our gazebo job in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Now, if you've been with us since the beginning, you got to see where we got to dig all the holes, set all the poles. We showed you how we squared up the band and put all the joists in. And the last time you got to see me use this Sigmund laser level, it's really great for making sure all the posts are super level when it's time to set all of your bands. Speaking of, we did happen to get all of our bands set, and then I got to actually use some of my framing skills. It was time to throw those rafters in, and we got all those set, including the overhang. We got these 45-degree angle braces cut and installed, and it really helped to stabilize the building. Now it's time for the metal roof, so let's jump back in.
What's up, you guys? We are back out at the gazebo. It is the next day. We took a little break there so we could get some sleep. Now, you know that's very important. And today we're putting the roof on. So we went to Home Depot and purchased a bunch of what it is we got. Here's the metal roofing. That's going on. We also got this little drip edge. I got that for the gables. And then also, they had ridge there. The ridges were like a lot of money. They were like $29. So it was almost 60 bucks just to get. So we went with this corner thing here. And I know this is not orthodox, but I figured I'd try to save the customers some money, and I think I can make this work with. And then another thing I want to mention about this stuff is it only comes in 10-foot sections, and so did the ridge. And so we have 12 foot. We have 12 foot we have to go across that thing. So they don't sell it by the foot, they only sell it by the piece. So we're talking about $29 just to get another 1.5 to 2 foot out of this thing so it's long enough to reach up on there. So I figured I'll just do this and overlap them a little bit, have a little bit left over if I need to for something else. What I have, I bought the sealer stuff right here, and then a bunch of screws. So let's go take a walk out here and look at what we got done yesterday and make a plan for today and see if we can't try to wrap this thing up today, huh? What do you guys think? Ah, there she is. How beautiful. So you guys can see what we got done yesterday as far as our runners up there. They're ready to receive metal roofing right there. Probably a couple more little things that need to happen, like you know, putting some blocks up in here like that all the way across, just to keep this band, you know, squoze together. And of course yesterday with these things on right here, I was up there and rocking this thing back and forth, standing. It ain't going nowhere. It's solid. So today they also want me to put something up in the rafters right there so they can hang a ceiling fan on that. So I think I'm going to do that first so I don't trap myself in there with a metal roof, and then we'll jump on that metal roof. So that's the game plan for today. I'm going to go get some things set up, and we'll get out here and start working. I will check back in with you guys in just a little bit. Holla.
Well, it was time to install the drip edge. I use regular old shingle nails. They have a big giant flat head, and that helps when it comes to laying down the metal. I don't want to see any bumps underneath.
All right, let's go. So basically, I just need to line up this crack right here, this heel, with the edge of my drip edge right there. And I mean, that's pretty good. So, what is that? Let's see if I go right there. Is that a pencil thickness? That is exactly a pencil thickness. So that way, when I drip it down here, I can still check it. Set this out here. We're going to go all the way down until it goes to the edge of this. That's right there. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and fire in the hole. Fire in the hole right here. Alright, baby. Now that right there is, looks like it could go up a little bit like that right there. I'll double check it up at the top because I can. That looks like money right there. Alright, here's what I came up with. I went 1 3/4 right there, made me a straight line. Cut this to right there. Now, I can just use these. If I can use these. Tremendous hand strength. Let's do it like that. Yeah, now the object is to bend it over, but looks like it might need to come over a little bit more at the top. No, I like that. Look at that. It's right on my line. Good, I'll take it. And while I was up there, I got the angle to this, so it's right there. All I'm going to do is just measure from the end to there and do the same thing on the other side over here. Let's see, we got, it's like 1 1/8 inches. And the way that works is once I get up there, I just open it up to right there. It's right at about a 6 pitch.
A little bit further today.
All right.
Well guys, after I got the whole ridge situation taken care of and I figured out how I was going to do it, it was time to go ahead and throw the metal on the other side. It was pretty much the same concept as the other side, so we won't go through the whole thing again. You guys pretty much get the idea. But once I got the metal roof on, it was time to go ahead and apply the ridge cap. Now the way I went about this was to buy some very thick weather stripping. This will act as ventilation for the top part. Don't want to seal the whole top up and trap all that heat. The metal at the top, or where the peak is, they do not meet. There's actually a small gap in between those, and that will get covered by the ridge cap. By doing it this way, it allows air to pass through, but does not allow water to get through and leak from the top. Once the weather stripping was in, it was time to apply the ridge cap. Now, I use these washer head screws that's made for metal. That way you don't pin down your metal to the rafters. It actually squeezes down and holds it tight. And it also has a rubber gasket to prevent water from getting in. You don't want to squeeze them down too tight because you end up bending your metal. Also, if you screw it down too tight, you may squish the weather stripping, and that will defeat the purpose of putting it in there to begin with.
All right, so there we go. It looks like the 45 angles are on. The overhang is on. I got the eave drip up there today that got put on today. I bent my little corner up there to make it look like that. I hope that's fine. I'm sure he don't care. But anyway, this is what we got, gang. I took all the rest of the stuff inside out of here out, and it's all ready for a ceiling fan up. And of course, let's go up here and take a look at the front. All right, guys, and that's what the front looks like. That's the part you'll be entering in the pool on. So I'm not mad at that at all, man. I'm pretty happy with the results. So tomorrow we got to come up here and build a gate to go match what's going on up there. And we also got to fix that gate over there because that thing is sagging. But that's all. So if you guys enjoyed today's presentation, help us out by smashing the like button. That will send our video out to a whole lot of other people and help the channel grow. And also, if you guys want to become part of the DIY family, go down and hit the subscribe button, but make sure to turn on notifications. That little bell, you have to ring it. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for me on this one, and I hope to see you on the next one. If I don't see you before tomorrow, you guys take care, stay safe. Peace.